Hey everyone, it's your boy EM10. And guys, no matter with today I'm gonna be mentioning thing I'm gonna hold on. Alright, so here remember me, EM10, official community member of this channel, and you guys watching it, you look kind of, or do you? Alright, let me stop trolling people for just a split second. Alright, so today we will So, I wanted to talk to you guys about, our online game for. Usually I'd call it Zepeto, but if you guys want to call it Zepto, I can't change that. Because I only call it Zepeto because that's how I first heard it when I got the app. But let me tell you guys a secret about Finding Rockit on Zepeto you guys have never heard of before. So, unknown theory about the secrets behind the mysteries on Finding Rockit. So, first off, Finding Rockit was usually an online game for kids to experience a horror disaster. Finding Rockit was actually a biome for people to actually make up with an AI, explain mysteries behind functional distortions, believing in critical ideas, and restoring pieces of a place that no one would want to be at. And Alone in the Dark was registered for Finding Rockit because Finding Rockit is where the disaster actually happens. And I don't know if you guys remember in the previous chapters of Finding Rockit, remember Coda from not Finding Rockit, but remember the person Coda on Zepeto? Coda is the reason Rockit and her family is actually dead. And let me just tell you guys right now, if you guys are following us on Zepeto, just know that Finding Rockit was actually my AI platform. I created Finding Rockit to give you guys a final experience to discover horror, traumatizing features, and scary unknown ideas and unknown abilities. Finding Rockit was actually a platform to scare people and haunt children's lives. Finding Rockit Chapter 1 is actually the start of where the disaster is. Finding Rockit Chapter 2 is actually the biome of where things actually happen, but never actually had the chance to outcome the strategy of what made them haunted. Finding Rockit Chapter 3 is actually the unknown section that gave Finding Rockit its place until we finally find someone who's known for being part of the operation in Finding Rockit. Finding Rockit Chapter 4 is actually an unknown dismantled icon for the premiere and official distance. Finding Rockit Chapter 4 was actually created for a modern decision, and we actually moderated half of the game so that we could set it up for a mobile distortion and see if we could actually get some people to play it on mobile. Finding Rockit Chapter 5 is actually the back scene of where the disaster happens. Dr. Bix, Lulu, Boars, and Ferretta are actually decors of Finding Rockit, and none of them are actually fictional. They're all non-fictional. That's why they give into the pride. No one around here sees Finding Rockit the same way I do, but for other terms and policies, Finding Rockit is actually its own game. We don't only have Finding Rockit on Zepeto, we also have it on many platforms, but Zepeto is the only app where we talk to you guys about it. Finding Rockit Chapter 6. Finding Rockit Chapter 6 is actually the last chapter of Finding Rockit, and it was created to give people a second chance in life in understanding what goes on in the hallucinations, and it's also determined on your status and if you're able to suffer an unknown disaster that no one else has actually prophescated. Finding Rockit Chapter 6 and 5, Finding Rockit Chapter 5 and 6 were actually unknown mystery films. They were both created to moderate, standard, and officially take down breaking points that official kids online had in store. We didn't actually understand how the game was going out until the whole thing was actually restarted, but for an unknown factor, we actually had like different prepositions with giving Finding Rockit its own chance in life, and unknown status and textures were given into the game. They were also given pride, talking about how Finding Rockit was actually a good enough game. And for me, being a guy doing girl animations, that's just different. But also, a lot of people do think it's weird how I'm one person doing all of these animations. But I'll just say one thing. No one I know can animate or do better conflicts like I can. The Reddit of Zepeto was actually Finding Rockit actually came to Zepeto because I was actually, like, let's just say, I was actually hired to join Finding Rockit, and I was also given a chance to create my own game and let you guys have the recheck of a lifetime to understand where everything was going for the past time. I was also wondering how many people didn't actually understand what was taken out and taken bypassed. But from more than one decision made, I was actually able to give everyone a chance in horror films. The horror film of Zepeto and Finding Rockit collabing was actually a mobile distortion. Now, Finding Rockit isn't available on iPhones, PCs, PlayStations, Nintendos, or Xbox because I was only preparing it for mobile. So if you have a PC, Xbox, Nintendo, laptop, computer, or if you have an iPhone, I'm sorry, but you can't get Finding Rockit. Finding Rockit is actually a mobile game, and it's mobile only. So, I'm pretty sure the only thing you guys can do is join the team on mobile. You can also subscribe to EM10 and like like the video to experience. Well, you don't have to like or subscribe, but I'm just saying that if you do, it would just help out the community and it would help the channel reach better. I know I realized how on my DJ music channel everything was going out of hand, and I'm actually sorry that that happened. I was actually trolling people with that account. That's why I was doing whatever I did. But I just remember I'm still on arrival with Rocket Music. That's why I make these epic songs saying that they're better than his. Um, I've also been working on like distant terms and policies for the game Finding Rockit, and I've also been like, I'm half of the smartest person in the world, so I think big brain ideas. And what my big brain tells me to think of is I can mostly determine whether scientifically moderating a game would give me more standards or not. Finding Rockit isn't actually, if you guys ever play Alone in the Dark, just know Alone in the Dark is actually my game. Well, it's not my game, but the owner of Alone in the Dark actually accepted my uh, let's just say they accepted my appeal and they stated that Finding Rockit could be part of the game Alone in the Dark. And almost every time someone could play Finding Rockit, it's actually hard to play Finding Rockit on so here's the thing. I could never actually resume in how many times I gave hope in. Now, in Finding Rockit, you can actually notice how the only reason Finding Rockit I'm just looking at this thing and laughing. I'm just watching this film and laughing, bruh. Like, to be honest, let's just say that the creator of Zepeto was actually, they actually trusted me with the pastime and bypass through the idol icon and Tron. They were the most popular things I could have ever taken, but then I actually had to resume something else because I wasn't actually having to leave the idol. And look, for some reason, no one on Zepeto has actually trusted me with this game, but let me just tell you guys one thing you've never knew about Finding Rockit until now when I made this film. Finding Rockit is actually Finding Rockit is actually a horror plot. Yeah, it's actually a horror plot, and the reason it is a horror plot is because I didn't actually make half of the things exist. I was actually trying to make things happen with the game so that it could have gave more into. I wasn't actually thinking that something was given in until the time has actually passed. You actually heard in Finding Rockit Chapter 1, I did mention to everyone that there were 4 lost children that went missing in Finding Rockit. And we'd actually have to state it that one of the children actually did go missing during the apocalypse in Finding Rockit. Her whole account went missing, and she had to quit non-biologically. Now, I'm not actually filmed from this, but in Finding Rockit, The four missing children that were caught inside the scene of Finding Rockit were actually chance determined. No one in Finding Rockit has ever had something that stated of mind. And let me also tell you guys, the decoration of Finding Rockit only had its place because not only was I talking about the rate of Finding Rockit, but the time that was spent in the game, that was actually half of the thing you needed to know about. Finding Rockit was actually one of the first ever horror concepts that I've heard of being the person to create. Now, I don't actually remember not wanting to create a game where you can actually. Now, you might not be able to actually play Finding Rockit on Zepeto, and that's actually fine. The reason you can't is because the game is set on mobile. And you might be thinking, if I have Finding Rockit, no, not Finding Rockit, I have a tongue twister. You might be thinking that if I have a mobile device and I have Zepeto, why can't I play Finding Rockit? EM10, why are you telling us this, but we're not even able to play Finding Rockit, the game that Zepeto let you create? Well, let me just tell you guys, the reason you're not able to actually play Finding Rockit on Zepeto is because one, I didn't actually set it up yet. Two, I'm still working on Zepeto adding me as a game creator and a constant creator. On Zepeto, I'm not a content creator just yet because I'm actually 2 times the piece. And just know you guys can find me on Roblox, anywhere on Roblox. My username is smiling_Lord3. If you want to add me online, you actually can search me up on your all you got to do is add me and I'll friend you right behind the back. But yeah, so now you guys know the truth about Finding Rockit. Finding Rockit was actually a moderated piece of a design that I created to give children access to another horror abuse disability. Now, people with disasters already happening to them and with them would have actually been nothing like the other constant fiber attack, and you guys might have been thinking it the same way, but that's not actually how we had the game plan out. No one online has actually made progress with Finding Rocket or had the chance to visualize and see how many times it would take for Finding Rocket to actually give up towards our lifetime. But let's also tell you guys that my bad, my bad, bro. This is supposed to be an explanation. I'm just over here watching this film and laughing. All right, guys. All right, guys. I might not even post this, but I'm gonna have to anyway because I want you guys to understand this. All right. Forget I even started laughing. Let's get on to the explanation. So, for many times I've been doing Zepeto for almost a year, and I'm still already experienced with the moderation and learning how to instantly eject half of my scene decors. I'm actually still working on becoming the high pitched tap of Finding Rocket and losing piece to another chart. And if you guys haven't known or experienced it yet, I was actually supposed to it wasn't supposed to actually give up hope, but I was actually supposed to loosen up trying before actually giving you guys the chance to actually understand what's been going on in Finding Rocket on Zepeto. I wasn't actually sure if Finding Rocket was a good game for Zepeto. I just wanted to try it out because I wanted to see what you guys thought. But, guys, that's probably all I have to talk about for now. Yes, and as you can see, I've been recording for... Wow. I've been recording for 28 minutes. Isn't that something? So, yeah. Make sure to go follow me on Zepeto and subscribe to the channel. Tag me on Instagram if you're willing to. On Instagram, my name is EM10YT, just like my YouTube channel. If you guys want to follow me on other platforms, you actually can. And I will start uploading gameplays for you guys, just so you won't have to hear my voice in every single song. 29 minutes, almost 30. Alright, so guys, I will actually head out. I feel like I kept you guys for a long time, didn't I? Isn't that something? But yeah, if just know and remember, if you are Coda, or if you're friends with Coda, I got a rival over you. So, just to experience my new game, I will make a full gameplay of Finding Rockit, just to let you, just so that you guys don't think I'm actually lying about the whole game. And yeah, I will actually start doing a lot of things for you guys, only to keep you entertained for what you guys have left of life, obviously. But if you guys also want to know, I made a Duakara rap song that is firely famous. I'll tag it in the description so you can actually go watch and listen to it on radio, anything you have, because technically I killed it back there. And yeah, that's technically all I have for you guys today. I will be back with more unknown theories about whatever I'm going to talk about. And yeah, I will meet up back with you guys in, in the next video. Just know, stay tuned, stay subscribed, like to the video. Also turn those notifications on so that you don't miss out on a video. I'm actually telling everyone this because I actually don't want them to think that I'm not even uploading. Yeah, and we will premiere That's Not My Stickman chapter. No, That's Not My Stickman chapter 3 is out. We need to perform the gameplay and the movie cosplayed animation. It's also hard for us to work on this stuff, but we'll get it done. We will get it done. So, like I was saying, just help out the channel, support me. If you support me, I support you. That's how we roll with this. And yeah, Team EM10. See you later, chumps. Oh wait, 32 minutes, I did not notice. Alright guys, peace out. Stay tuned for the next video. Why is this thing still on?